Female spies disguised as tourists. She releases a balloon in her hand, then pulls out a remote control that looks like a camera, using the camera strapped to the underside of the balloon to steer the balloon in the direction of the Kremlin. Once the landing position was determined, immediately control the balloon to the air vent on the roof. With a finger on the detonator button, the balloon exploded instantly. At the same time, the camera below fell into the pipe, and it turned from blue light to red light. Receiving the message, his companions began to take action. They disguised themselves as colonels and prepared to infiltrate the palace, but as soon as they stepped inside, the guards stopped them and said they had to show their credentials to get in. At this point, Alan pretended to be calm. He pulled out his forged papers, but when the guards scanned it, the machine showed that there was no such person in the database. The two panicked and looked at their cell phones, only to realize that it was the forged ID that hadn't been successfully uploaded yet. Jack calmly stated there might be an abnormality in the machine, wanted him to reread it again. However, by this time the guard was already on alert, just a second before he swiped his card. Luckily, the identity information was finally uploaded successfully. After recognizing the information, the two men passed through the security check without any problems. Then they went to the basement, inserted the universal card in their hands into the machine. A few seconds passed into breaking the code of a steel door. The two men entered the interior of the room. The first time they blocked all the cameras, so that they can be more comfortable in bold action. Alan then took out a miniature probe. He carefully watched the corridor for security. When the guard at the front desk got a call from the police, the two of them saw an opportunity. They used their sonar transmitter to point it at the guard. They made it look like there was a knock on the door in the next room. The guard heard the knock. He thought there was someone in the room. He opened the door to see what was going on. Taking advantage of the fact that there are no guards around, the two quickly unfolded a curtain to the corridor, then used the instrument to replicate the scene behind them. Just as the guards finished their inspection and were about to come out, the instrument successfully projected the illusion of the corridor, and also captured the other person's eyes. No matter where the other person's eyeballs look, the device can adjust the image according to the situation. With the help of the instrument, the two of them pushed the curtain closer and closer to the hall. Then when the guard went to the toilet, Alan quickly used the card to break the code. The two of them managed to get to the room where the nuclear weapons were stored. However, the guards seemed to have noticed something unusual. They sent a large number of people to support them.